Welcome back to Gerodynamics. Okay, we are continuing the conversation, kind of starting the conversation about the State of the Union. Once again, this is unscripted, not thoroughly planned out, but hopefully you enjoy. All right, so where do we start? Hiccup. Sorry. Anyways, where do we start? Start from the beginning. And one of the first things that happened, and I'm going to immediately go on a tangent here. One of the first things that happened is, I believe his name is Al Green, Representative Al Green, a Democrat in the House. I forget what state he represents or what district and what state he represents, but at the last State of the Union address, he got up and he started yelling at Trump and shaking his cane at Trump. And he ended up getting kicked out because he wouldn't stop and he wouldn't sit down. So they ended up escorting him out of the State of the Union last time. This time, he just immediately stood up. He had a sign that he was holding, and then he ended up. It looked like when they tried to take the sign from him. I think he just walked out on his own. I'm not sure if he was officially escorted out or kicked out, or if he was trying to keep the sign when they were trying to take it. Then he may have chose to leave, so technically kicked out. Either way, he left immediately at the very beginning of the State of the Union address, and he was holding a sign. What did the sign say? It said, this is what it really said. It said, "Black people aren't apes." I think that's the full gist of it. Anyways, it might have had a few more words in there, but anyways, "Black people aren't apes" was the general idea of the sign. The way he was holding it, he had his hand over the A a lot of times, and so it looked like "Black people rent apes," which is weird. And then there's obviously some photoshopped pictures out there where they just photoshopped out the A altogether. And so it says, "Black people rent apes." And, some joke about it or whatever. Like, what? Like, what? Why are you holding this sign at the State of the Union address? Either way, what it really said was "Black people aren't apes." Why was he holding that sign? Do you know? Some people know because the media made a big deal out of it. Some people don't. And most people who do know don't know what really happened. All right. So, first tangent immediately. It was a couple weeks ago, I think. President Trump is on Truth Social. He shared a post on Truth Social. So people say he shared a video. He didn't share a video, he shared a post. The point of the post was a video that was talking about the 2020 election. So, one, he didn't create the video, he didn't create the post, he shared the post, and the post included a video in it. That video that he was intending to share was a video about the election, 2020 election. Now you can say that's a dumb video to share. You can say there wasn't any fraud. You can say there wasn't enough fraud that it doesn't really matter. You can say all the things you want to say, but that's what he was sharing. He was sharing a video talking about fraud in the 2020 election. My dog got up. He shook. That was my dog, Bruce. Maybe he'll make an appearance at some point in one of these videos. Anyways, so that's the video he was trying to share. Good, bad, or whatever, right? Well, at the end of the video in the post, so it's a single post, and so some people will say it's a single video. It's not a single video, it's a single post, and in the post, after the end of the election video, whoever was creating that post didn't cut it off right at the end of the video. It goes over into the next video in their feed, wherever they were getting it from, whether it was TikTok, Instagram. I think it was TikTok, but might have been Instagram. Some platform where you're watching a video and then it jumps to the next video, right? The next video in the feed was the Lion King parody video. And I say Lion King parody video not because it accurately parodies the Lion King, and we'll get into that. I call it the Lion King video. Well, everybody calls it the Lion King video because it has the song from Lion King in it. And what it has is it has a picture that is some apes with the Obama's faces on them. Right off the bat, I'm just going to say it. I disagree with that. I would not share something like that. I don't think you should do something like that. I think that, whether they were trying to be funny or they were trying to be racist, you don't know the intent for sure, but it's inappropriate. And people are going to disagree with me even on that. That it's not inappropriate. It's just a joke. It's just a parody. It's just whatever. It's not a big deal. If you disagree with me about thinking that you shouldn't share something like that, I wouldn't. Let's just put it that way. And I don't think Trump would have. That's where the conflict comes in. Trump didn't share the Lion King video. Trump shared the election video, the post that he thought was about the election video. And at the very end of the video, it rolls into that next video with what can be classified, and I would agree, is a racist image. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. Was he trying to share a racist video? He was not. Was he trying to share a racist image? He was not. What you're seeing out there is a screen capture. People are saying Trump shared this image. He never shared an image. He shared a post that had a video in it. They're taking a screenshot of that and they're treating it like he shared an image. He didn't share an image. He didn't share the image of the Obamas as apes or gorillas. I think they were gorillas. The guy's sign says they were apes. I don't know. It doesn't matter, right? That's not the big question. Either way, you don't do that, right? So if he had intended to share that, and this is like, so I was arguing about this for weeks with people, right? If he intended to share that video, why didn't he just share that video? That's not what he did, right? He didn't share that video. He shared the election video, and it just happened to have a 1 to 2 second, mind you, it was 1 to 2 seconds of it. And you can tell because the screenshot that everybody's sharing is at 1 minute or 1 minute and 1 second of a 1 minute and 2 second video, right? So the post has a video in it that is a total of 1 minute and 2 seconds. The portion of the video that has that image in it is at 1 minute and 1 second, right? So unless he watched it till the absolute very end, even after it does the whole blue, 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 thing where it's acting like the end of the video. So unless you happen to watch it all the way until 1 minute and 2 seconds, you don't see that image. And that's what he's saying happened. He said he didn't watch it until the 1 minute and 2 seconds. He watched the video about the election, sent it over to his staff person. His staff person was going to post it to Truth. The staff person didn't watch it until 1 minute and 2 seconds. They posted it to Truth. And that's how you ended up having that posted to Truth. Once it gets pointed out, they go in and they delete the post because that wasn't what they intended to post. But you have people out there acting like he did this on purpose. He's a racist. That's why he did it. Well, answer the question. If he did it on purpose, if he posted that video on purpose, why didn't he post that video, the Lion King video? He didn't post the Lion King video. He just posted the election video that happened to have a couple of seconds at most. It was actually just about a second of the inappropriate video. That's what I want to know, but no one seems to be able to answer that question. They always try to change the subject or act like, no, he did share that video. No, he didn't. You can't find it anywhere that he shared the Lion King video. So no one knows. No one has an answer. Anyways, he didn't share that video. That video was created by someone else. He didn't share it. So when Al Green shows up at the State of the Union, When Al Green shows up at the State of the Union with a sign that says black people aren't apes, Trump never said black people are apes. Trump didn't share a video stating that black people are apes. And so it's just really ridiculous, right? And so then he gets asked to leave from the State of the Union address. That's what happens. That's how the whole thing starts out. Al Green leaves, and then we get to move forward with the rest of the State of the Union. We're almost at 10 minutes. I have someone who's about to walk in the door, so I'm going to cut this video and start the next video. So basically all we talked about was that video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that I got it wrong somehow, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. Have a good day.